from my mini hiatus. My name is Joe. This is the Joe is Hungry channel, where once again, by popular demand, and thanks to everybody that took time to fill out this week's food poll, we're headed back to Taco Bell to check out their newest limited time offer, yet another Chalupa variant. Bring it back to the studio and food laboratory for all to see, right here within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia. Michael B., thank you for supporting the channel, and happy birthday. Brett, Nathan, and Charles, Cole, and Devin, I want to wish each and every one of you a very special Joe is Hungry happy birthday. Each Taco Bell toasted cheddar street chalupa is made with Cantina chicken or marinated steak. We're doing steak today. Shredded cheddar cheese, new Chile Lime Crema sauce, onions and cilantro blend, and a toasted cheddar chalupa shell. Whether you get the chicken or the steak version, each order, which includes 2 chalupas, will plunder your waistline with 580 calories. I have the full nutritional information on the screen and in the description below. Each order of 2, whether steak or chicken, will cost you $5.49 before taxes in Georgia. Will these things be served piping hot in a timely manner? Are these things even a good value? Well, only time will tell after we roll the drive-thru at Taco Bell in Calhoun, Georgia. It seems like I was just here yesterday. Anyway, wish me luck, guys.
Taco Bell, are you checking in with your app to earn reward points?
I don't have a reward. I don't know what that is, but I have a mobile order.
You said you had a mobile order?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the name?
Joseph.
I have to pull it around.
Yeah, I got it right that time. I've got my cheddar chalupas. Well, let's pull off to the side and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Chalupa number 1 is 162.0 degrees Fahrenheit. Chalupa number 2 is 158.0 degrees Fahrenheit. Chalupa number 3 is 155.3 degrees Fahrenheit. If you've been watching my channel, you know I like my temperatures at 140 degrees or above. Hotter is always better. This isn't too bad for scoop station food, so I got to hand it to Taco Bell in Calhoun, Georgia, because today they passed the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Now it's time to open the bag, peer deep inside, taste the contents, head back to the studios, and do the one and only Joe is Hungry weight test. Well, Taco Bell, you actually did pretty good on the temperature test, but can you keep the momentum going? Because we're going to take off for the packaging. In other words, we're going to set the chair on the scales. Cheddar Chalupa number 1 weighs in at 6.85 ounces or 195 grams. Cheddar Chalupa number 2 weighs in at 6.70 ounces or 190 grams. Cheddar Chalupa number 3 weighs in at 6.40 ounces or 181 grams. Well, the difference between the heaviest and the lightest is less than 10% of the average weight of all 3. So today, Taco Bell, you pass the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test. Well, they don't have any serving weights in their nutritional information. They used to, but they don't anymore, so I'm not going to harp on that, because all I have left to do is add them all up, average them out, do the math, and I come up with a high middle of the road, 83 cents an ounce. Now it's time to do the one and only, the Joe is Hungry big reveal.
Man, this shit is messing with my pictures.
This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. We've seen what they look like, and we saw how much they were. A little bit on the pricey side, especially for Taco Bell. As far as what they look like, they're really not that far off of the ad photos. Not from my point of view anyway. But I'll leave that up to you. Leave it in the comments. Now it's time for the final test, the real test, the one that really determines the score, and that would be the Joe is Hungry bite test, and it is bite test engage.
I got this feeling inside that I can't put aside because I want you. Although I thought I was fine when I left you behind, I know I loved you.
The chalupa shell is crispy, crunchy, and cheesy, and the meat is tender and plentiful. The crema sauce is tasty, savory, with a hint of lime. The veggies are fresh and crunchy and are complemented by the cilantro. In general, a good flavor combination and an appealing texture when you take a bite. With that being said, and before I pass my final verdict, I would like to see if Shadow Joe agrees and do the Joe is Hungry Sneakadoodle bite. Sneakadoodle bite number 1. Sneakadoodle bite number 2. Sneakadoodle bite number 3. It is very crunchy, very cheesy, mildly savory. I can taste the meat. Let's go ahead and give this a score. If you don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once in a lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down is that slippery slope to the pits and depths of fast food hell. So let's go ahead and give this the number that it truly deserves. Taco Bell. There's no denying this is a good flavor. And actually, I like it. You passed all the metrics. You served it hot. You didn't take forever. Not a lot of complaints there. The only downside I can see with this is the price. That's a little bit higher than I expect from Taco Bell. With that being said, I'm gonna have to go 7.0. That is my number. This is my review, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.